Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man driving and working. People say you shouldn't be working on the Sabbath. And I say that the Sabbath can be any day that you choose for it to be out of a sincere heart. I think people think that God is petty like them, just to get off the subject a little bit. People think he's petty like them, and he's not. You know, in all things, he's searching our hearts. That's what people got to realize. So if you got the traditions down, but you don't got the love for him down, then, that's what I kind of want to talk about today. Actually, it is on subject. This thing they call love. Now, when you young, you know, you watching Disney, Nickelodeon, all this stuff, Christmas movies. That seemed like the truth. That seems like the way to be. So I was talking in the comments, which I've been going kind of back and forth with 4 or 5 people maybe. And one of them in particular talked about how Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet relationship was built on love. I'm going to show you where he went wrong. I'm going to show you. And like even on my Facebook page, there's one guy in particular. I don't want to say his name. I don't know if he watches my videos or not. With his girlfriend, he used to be, I love you. Oh, I love you. Now I'm noticing in their pictures, like his girlfriend is starting to like do that little lean back, like the user lean back, like she really not into him like that. And that's what you guys need to understand, that you don't build relationships on love. They're not, looks fade, feelings fade. You gotta build relationships on loyalty, not love. Loyalty, you know, promising to be loyal to each other and fulfilling that promise. Relationships are built on loyalty. Anybody that has a relationship with the Most High God is based on his loyalty. It starts with his loyalty. It's going to end with his loyalty. When you die, he's going to raise you up. He's going to bring you into his kingdom, and it's going to be like you never died, based on your loyalty to him. That's just the way it's going to go. And all relationships are based on loyalty. That's why you have marriages that were arranged in other countries that turned out just fine. They began to respect each other. They began to be sexually attracted to each other, so on and so forth. Here in the United States, people try to build relationships on love. Other people come in talking their stuff, and things happen. You don't build relationships on love. You build them on loyalty. And especially with these women now. Like, I mean, even going back to, this has always been around, even going back to the Garden of Eden. Like, you can't build a relationship with a woman and have a genuine, authentic, positive relationship if you try to base it on love. Because most women nowadays, they like those bad guys. Like I told y'all in previous broadcasts, if you go through your wife or your girlfriend's ex-boyfriends, I guarantee you at least half of them are jailbirds, in and out of jail. Not just their nature. They like bad guys. Like, they like bad guys. Like, you can be a bad guy, they'll fall in love with you. You become a good guy, now they don't love you no more. What kind of freaking, I mean, that's just the way it is, man. That's why I was talking to my sons again. I told them, forget about that. You know, don't chase women. Don't, you know, get your money, get your resources, get your life right with God, so on and so forth. You know, it's a lot for a guy to do. And if you just spending your time trying to get the off-white sauce out, then you're wasting your time. Like, you wasting your time, man. Like, you have to, if you're a young guy, if you're a teenager, like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, even when you're not a teenager no more, at 20, you have to realize it. You have to learn that the more you accomplish, the more women will be attracted to you. And then if anybody get turned down, it'll be them, not you. But if you try to lead with love, and it's a debate on YouTube, leading with love, leading with the pocketbook. If you try to lead with love, especially, some of them might act right for a little while, but then they're going to start to disrespect you. I mean, that's just their nature. That's female nature. And now you face the risk of alimony and child support. So you got to come into it with a woman, you tell her exactly the truth. Like, listen, you're not going to be the only one. You know, if I like you, you got to tell them the truth. And don't move them in. Don't move them in. Don't do any of that unless you find one of these unicorns out there. I'm sure y'all heard that. I mean, that's what happens. Like, when you have guys that lead with love and they break up with the woman, now you have all these non-masculine guys running around doing childish things, putting people in danger on the road, so on and so forth. That's the result. That's the result of not having masculine men turning boys to men. That's the result. You got a bunch of guys that's trying to be men, but nobody ever taught them how. Nobody ever taught them how. Like, if your head on right, some people can learn how to be a man on their own. But some people gonna need another man to show them. You know, if you around all women, and that's not a good thing. Like, go play basketball with your friends. Go be around. If you got a masculine buddy that's like masculine, like he got a father in the house, his father is a manly man, go hang with him. Go see what his father can teach you. But don't stop being around all these girls, man. No disrespect against my fellow Libra, Will Smith, but you're going to just end up like him. And you don't want that. Guys that are not in their masculine stage, they pose a threat and a challenge to other men. They're either going to try to rob them, they're going to try to fight them. It's going to be something negative or something violent or something violently negative. So understand that, in closing, that you don't build relationships on love, you build them on loyalty. Both parties coming in, telling her you find a girl, you like her, you think you could trust her a little bit, and you want to marry her. Me personally, I think you should wait, give it some time, let her true colors show, whatever they are. Be if you choose to marry him, you know, y'all marriage got to be built on loyalty. Listen. You tell her, listen, I'm going to marry you. I want to marry you, but if you cheat on me or any of that stuff, you disrespect me, add disrespect to that, ever, like, I'm just going to divorce you. And make her sign a prenup. Try to get her to sign a prenup that if you have irreconcilable differences in your marriage of any kind, that you weren't the cause of, like if she causes irreconcilable differences with unsubmissiveness, put that in there, with disrespectful behavior, and then put in parentheses some of the things, then you get divorced and she gets no compensation. You got to protect yourself, because a lot of women will try to get into a marriage. They'll try to get into a marriage expecting basically to be compensated, if you will. That'll be their plan the whole time, some of them, especially the modern ones today. And don't marry no woman that ever rode the carousel. Now, if she had, let's say you like her, and let's say she had a couple bodies on there, but they was guys that she was in a relationship with. Let's say she had like let's say she's 27 and she had 4 or let's say 6 relationships, guys that she didn't cheat on, she just was with them and it didn't work out. That, you still had to think about it and wonder why it didn't work out, but that's not the same as somebody that was getting choo-choos ran on them, or somebody that was meeting guys in the club and letting them get it all, and they got a count of 20, 30. And never deal with a woman who has a higher one than yours. If you got to make her take a lie detector test, do it. But if hers is higher than yours, no. And let's say yours is 25, hers 26. No, don't try to have any serious relationship with a woman like that. Don't do it. Because what's going to happen if she gets under stress of some kind? What's going to happen if she begins to disrespect you or resent you? That's why you have to think about these things. And on that, I'm going to close. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix. No trying to build relationships on love, especially with these women. Because all they're going to do is try to manipulate and control you. No simping. Same thing. That falls along simping too. Simping. Trying to be a stepdaddy. Don't do it. Ever. Ever. Like, don't do it. All subjects channel. Thanks for watching.